The history of Xianghe meat pies can be traced back to the Turkic pies over 1,000 years ago. The Turks, being a nomadic tribe, primarily consumed beef and mutton, rarely eating wheat-based dishes. When entertaining guests, they would specially make meat pies with thin crusts and generous fillings as a gesture of hospitality. Over time, the method of making meat pies was passed down among various ethnic groups in the north, and reached the hands of the Hui people at the beginning of the Ming dynasty. During the war for the throne between Emperor Zhu Di and Zhu Yunwen, a group of Hui soldiers were gathered under his command. After the war ended and the capital was moved to Beijing, a large number of these Hui soldiers were settled in the eastern part of Beijing, including Xianghe. Despite starting a settled farming life, these Hui soldiers continued their tradition of enjoying meat pies and the craft of making them, eventually leading to the creation of the world-renowned Xianghe meat pies. Xianghe meat pies are characterized by their thin crusts, thick meat fillings, rich aroma, soft texture, and delicious taste, perfectly suiting the dietary habits of northerners. They can serve as both a dish and a staple food, deeply loved by local residents and tourists alike. Legend has it that when Emperor Zhu Di of the Ming dynasty moved the capital to Beijing at the beginning of the dynasty, a large number of Hui people were relocated to the area around Hebei's Xianghe in eastern Beijing. Among the Hui immigrants to Xianghe, a family surnamed Ha opened a small restaurant named Ha's Store. Mr. Ha and his descendants created the uniquely flavored Xianghe meat pies. Later, this pie-making method spread to the Uyghur and Hui regions. This is the first legend about meat pies, explaining why Xianghe meat pies are often associated with the Hui Ha family. It is said that in the early days, the Ha family opened a large carriage stop in the city of Xianghe, similar to today's highway truck rest areas. Their meat pies, combined with the owner's sociable nature, made Ha's Store meat pies famous far and wide. However, Hui meat pies do not represent Xianghe meat pies. Hui meat pies are smaller and have looser meat fillings, quite different from the current Xianghe meat pies, resembling those sold on Niujie Street in Beijing. As for the claim that Xianghe Ha's meat pies spread to the northwest Hui and even Uyghur regions, it is merely one-sided speculation and incorrect. The second legend states that in 1770, Emperor Qianlong, accompanied by Liu Luoguo, visited Xianghe and tasted the Xianghe meat pies. Qianlong praised them highly and left behind a poem, "Xianghe boasts wondrous pies, an old woman's newfound skill." After dining at this shop, all other treasures are forgotten. From then on, Xianghe meat pies gained nationwide fame and became renowned throughout the land. You see, the time, place, characters, and events are all accounted for. It's just unclear whether Emperor Qianlong was aware of this event. This doggerel-level poem about meat pies does indeed have Qianlong's style, a bit common but unverifiable. However, there are rumors of Liu Yong's estate in Liuzhuang, to the southeast of the city. The making of Xianghe meat pies is very meticulous, requiring careful handling from kneading the dough to preparing the filling. The dough should be soft and given more strength when wrapped around the filling. It should be smooth and soft to knead, easy to roll out, with a paper-thin yet elastic crust. The filling typically consists of pork, beef, or lamb, chopped into pieces, not too fine, or it becomes a paste. Then add seasonings like green onions, ginger, garlic, and mix with sesame oil. Finally, wrap the filling in the dough, roll it into a pie shape, and cook it in a large griddle until the oil penetrates the crust and brown spots appear. The meat filling should be fragrant and slightly juicy, while the crust should be springy without burning or scorching. Xianghe meat pies are not only a delicacy, but also a cultural heritage. In Xianghe County, every festival and celebration sees families making Xianghe meat pies to celebrate. Today, Xianghe meat pies have become an important representative of northern Chinese culinary culture.